Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at stacks. Before we jump into the price action, just want to say thank you for watching. If you're enjoying the content, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video and leave us some feedback down below. Okay, so we've had a nice move up here and we're talking about this potential of actually coming down towards this zone of this 0.5249 as a 50% retracement and looking for this potentially to be a 4 and a 5th. So there are a couple of ways we can look at this, and basically within this, we do need to be aware that there is always the possibility that we could be getting an extension here, where potentially we look at this move in a different way, and it's actually starting to extend out, where this becomes an additional 1-2, we form a 1-2, and then we look to break away. So we're going to discuss both of those ideas, as well as the fact that we could actually just have this looking to complete a fifth wave to the upside. So the way that I'm currently looking at it, as this is the fourth wave, and then potentially looking for this as a fifth. So this is fine. The only thing is there is a little bit of a choppiness within the middle part of this move. So it does work, and it doesn't break any rules, but I am also being mindful of the fact we could potentially see something like this play out as an a B, and then we actually get a C wave down. And actually, we've completed into this high. So we need to keep an eye on that. For the most part, I am still looking at one more potential push to the upside here to complete this, if this is a 5 wave move. That hasn't quite completed yet here. So we'll be discussing that. Now, basically, what I'm looking for within this, like I said, we've moved up within this channel, and we're talking about actually coming back and retesting this channel again, and we have done so. So what we are looking for now basically is how we break this down. So the way I'm currently looking at this is I'm looking at this move in this manner, where this becomes a 1 2 1 2 3 5 4 4 3, sorry, for 3, then fourth, and then now we're looking for that possibility of actually having another push to the upside here for a fifth wave. So I'm looking at this as a 1 2 in here, then 1 2 3 4 5, and then potentially this could actually look to push up one more time. So that target zone we're looking for would actually be into this 144.60 to this 135 area. So the key zone to hold though, within this is basically this 121.26. If we do start to break down deeper than this, we run the risk of moving down into this zone of this 1618, which is sitting at this $1.18. If we do move down to that, then basically what I'd be looking for is that either this is potentially completed into this high wave, into this high here, and we've actually not reached our target zone, which is up here at this 137.44 to this 133.52. That would be the internal wave count, looking at this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. The overall target would be this one here, this 135 to this 144.60. So if we have actually either completed into this high here, or actually into this high here, basically what we would then be looking for is that continuation to the downside from this point. So I'm going to discuss why I'm saying into this high here as well. We can potentially count this as a fourth here and then another fifth. Alternatively, within this structure, because of its choppiness, we can also look at this as an ABC into here. Potentially this is an A, this is a B, and then a C wave to the upside, and that this is a flat. So that would then put us in a situation where we're looking for one more leg to the downside. So then we'd be looking for that possibility of a flat correction from this high. The thing with that is if we do actually look at this as a flat, that could actually indicate that we have further extension within this move, where potentially within this structure, we could see this play out as another 1 2, and then we'd look to push up. So that would be a bullish standpoint. Obviously, if we lose this low of this 80 cent 50, that would invalidate that possibility. So this is looking for that. Like I said, this is potentially a completed fifth wave, but if we do actually complete this 5 wave sequence and we manage to stay in this zone here of this 82 cent 46 to this 63.71, potentially we could actually look for that possibility of having further extension where this becomes a 1 2, and then we have a bigger move which could actually look to target out this $2.25. But we don't have that confirmation yet. It's going to be key what happens off the back of this. If we do continue to extend out here, then we potentially are still within this third wave. Or alternatively, we have this as a 1 2, 1 2, and then we look to break up. So really these lows are going to be key. As long as we hold these lows, we can look for this potential to continue up. But we do need to realize that we are in that zone that we did previously talk about in the video, the last time we did one. This $1.2383 to this $1.6133. So that is a typical fifth wave zone. We also discussed some of these fifth wave targets. So where are they? So that 0.618 actually sits a little bit higher here towards this 14298. And that would be a next sort of area if we do look to continue to push here that potentially we could actually look to extend up into. This could also tie in with retesting the channel line and potentially if we fail to get up as high as that, this $1.3704 might be a interesting area in itself. That would tie in with our target for that smaller area up here. So keep an eye on that. It is possible we still got one more little push up here, but basically from there, what we'll have to see is how we play out. If we come back in a three-wave move, don't manage to break this low, potentially we could look to extend. If we start to break down in a bigger five-wave move that actually takes this low, then basically what I'd be looking for would actually be that possibility of coming back down deeper here. Looking at this as a possible start of a B wave here or a wave two, where this then becomes basically a three-wave move to the downside, and this would then look for that possibility to come back down into this 5161 to this lower range, this 0303232. If we lose this 786, it becomes more probable that we would actually start to it'd be more likely then that have that possibility of taking this low. The deeper we go below this 786, the more likely this becomes. And then really once we start to lose this key zone here, you know, by that stage it would be pretty close to probably achieving impulse, depending on what structure we come down in. But for the most part, we have there's no sign at the moment that it's breaking down. There is still that potential to push up one more time, like I said, and I am looking out for that. Potentially, we need to also discuss the fact that we are testing some of these swing highs here. Let me just come back to the daily. We do have some of these swing highs here, which we're looking to sort of interact with. We've actually interacted with this one at this 129.70. If we do push up higher, this 157.50 might be an area of interest as well. That would tie in with looking to actually move up higher here into this box area that we've got drawn here. And then finally up here at this 194. If we do move up into these zones, I'll be watching these for failure. If we do get a failure off of it, potentially it could lead to a sell-off to the downside, which then could either put us in the situation where we look for this B wave support, or like we discussed in previous videos, potentially we need to be on the lookout for that possibility that we could actually see this play out as a flat, and then we look to actually set a new low towards this 13-cent range. So this is still viable. We need to be cautious of it. If we do start to break down deeper here, potentially we could actually see something like this play out where we do actually look to take these lows. So the key thing here, we can say this is a 1-2 here. The thing that worries me is the fact of how short it was. If it had been a bit longer in duration, potentially it would have looked a bit better. But yeah, we need to just be a little bit cautious about that. The thing that I wanted to just discuss here briefly is I'm also not really I'm not writing this off yet. I'm going to come down to smaller time frames here. That possibility that within this structure, we could still see something like this play out as a flat and actually we completed further back here into this high. And what we'd be looking for then is basically that possibility that within this, we could be looking to actually start a five-wave move. So the key thing here is if we get a single five-wave structure to the downside here, which then turns around and actually takes this high, that would then confirm that we've had this flat here. Until we actually break this high, we wouldn't have confirmation of a flat. It would only be once we take this high that we would have confirmation. If that is the case, that could then indicate that would mean that potentially we're looking at this as an A, B, and a C, which could actually look to target out this red box zone down here. So this zone would be this 55.83 to this 42.87. So that would be if we're looking at an expanding flat. So that would be looking at this move potentially as an A, B, and then a C as an expanding flat, where we actually look to challenge this A wave low and break it. However, we need to be aware that this could truncate as well, and potentially what we could look for is this 0.618, which actually comes towards this 85.61 and also ties within this area here of this previous structure. So I'll be keeping an eye on this. If we get a single 5-wave move down to here, they are tricky though. Only way you would know that it is a flat in here is actually if you take this high again. So really, until we take it, we'd have to be careful that we don't see another 3-wave move up, get a third, fourth, and a fifth, and then actually end up lower down in this range that we have marked out. So I'm keeping an eye on this. For the most part, as long as we hold that support zone up here, potentially we could see a little bit more continuation, and then it's going to be key whether we hold this 80 cent 50 and this lower range here of this 52.13. For as long as we hold those areas, we can still look for that bullish potential and look for that possibility that even if we do come down deeper here in a retracement, as long as we hold this zone here, this 82.46 to this 63.71, then there is still that possibility of having that trend continuation to the upside. Okay, so I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and leave us some feedback down below. Also in the description, you'll find a link to the Discord. Come check it out. It is free to join. As well as that, you'll find affiliate links for BYBIT and PrimeXBT down there, both great exchanges that we use on a regular basis. If you don't have an account, using the affiliate link does help support the channel, and we do appreciate it. Everyone, have a great day. We'll see you in the next one. Take